Okay, so in this part we are going to do the final walkthrough. So we've pretty much got most of the functionality ready to go. Everything seems to be working pretty well. I've noticed a few things after the end of the last part. I noticed a few things that still need to be fixed. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to do a final walkthrough. We're going to get things fixed. And then in the last part, which will be part 20, we're going to be packaging it and turn it into a template. And then in the next series of videos I do, we're going to be starting at this point and we're going to be adding a bunch of features and functionality to it. So let's get started on part 19. Let's build some functionality. So, all right, so let's get started by logging in. I'm going to log in as one of the accounts I've been creating as we've been testing this. So I'm going to get logged in there. Okay, so now I'm logged in and you notice I have 2 total tasks, 1 in progress, 1 completed. Now, one of the things I did notice right away is that the search task doesn't work. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to say, revised. I'm going to enter. Okay, so now I get search.php q equals revised, file not found. So I got a couple ways I can do this. I can do it the less expensive way, which is to use Haiku and Sonnet, or I could do this with Opus. So what I think I'm going to do in this case is I am actually going to decide in a second. So I'm getting in here. So I'm using Sonnet 4.5 right now. So I think that's how I'm going to do this. So the page does not exist. Please create it and have the results displayed in a page in the same format as tasks.php. Okay, so now it's going to go off. It's going to start building. And we're going to let it do its thing. So I'm going to come back over here to the application itself, see what other stuff we need to look at. So we do have the search stuff is working. We've got the pull down menus work. Hitting that works. We don't have anything for notifications. So at this point, I'm going to tell Claude in one of the next steps that I just want to hide the notification bells. And then from there on, let's see, the Kanban board. Okay, one other change I wanted to make is I wanted the row height in the calendar to be a little bit bigger. So let me bring up BB Edit so I can take some notes real quick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say row height in calendar, hide notification bells. All right, so we're back here. We are going to allow it to do the edits. So now it's basically making the search page. And while it's doing its thing, let me come back to the page itself and see if there's anything else we need. The day, the week, the month, the week, and the day. Okay, so the month and the week and the day work, but the highlighting of the tab does not match month, day, and week. All right, so that's a little bit more of a complicated one. Okay, it just asked me if we wanted to proceed. I'm going to say yes. Correct. Tab is not highlighted. Okay, let's see what else we got. New task does work here. Categories works. We just add another category. Home stuff. Make it purple. Save the category. All right, the time on the The time on the toasts are a little long. Okay, it says it's ready to use. So let's see what we got here. We're going to come up here to search tasks, and we're going to type in revised. Okay. All right. So search.php q equals revise. I'm going to do. Okay, so it does work, but it only works from going to the task itself. So let me reload. I go to the dashboard, and then I'm going to hit in revised and hit enter. Okay. Okay, this is going to take a little bit of a prompt. Okay, so in the top header, the search bar displays search.php when you press enter, but does not perform the search. All right, while it's doing that, let's see what we actually have there also. Do my same search, which is revised. When I'm here, got an edit. I don't want to delete. I can mark as complete. I got a grid. I've got filters on the side. Okay, that's actually not bad. It's actually pretty cool. All right, so it's still running, still doing its thing. It's up. Well, it looks like it's done. No syntax errors were detected. Hopefully that's when it was testing. Okay, so let's come back over here. Go to the calendar. Type in the word revised. Hit enter. Okay, worked. Okay, so next thing I want to do. Oh, there was one other thing I really wanted to do here too. The profile edit button. Well, let's make sure this isn't also called the profile edit button. That's the personal edit button. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to go back to Haiku, type in model, on profile.php, delete the button with ID equal profile edit button. All right, so this should be really quick. And then all right, it's asking me what I meant. So let's just go in and verify. Just going to copy it, come back this one. Oops. All right, so it's deleting that. Okay, so in the top header, hide the notification bell. Do not delete it. I may bring it back later. Okay, so we're hiding the notification bell without deleting. And then we want, let's say yes to this. Okay, so we have two issues. In calendar.php. First, the row height of the month view to be bigger. And then second, when selecting other views like week view or day view, the tab, the selector tab, continues to display the month view selection. Okay, so this is going to be the last of my big fixes, and we're going to have something that we can definitely do from a what's the word I want to use? From a template standpoint. So we're getting there. This is going to be it. This should be the end of the build. Now it's changed its min height and its max height. And then let me come over here to the calendar. Okay, it did not change the calendar height. If anything, I think it's a little worse. Okay, we are going to proceed. All right, so it's pushing changes to the Git repository. It did not make that better. Now let's see if it fixed the week. All right. We want 0 for the whole attempt. So we're gonna hit inspect. Okay. In the calendar view toggle, the rows did not increase in size, and calendar view toggle does not display the correct selection. Okay, so we went 0 for 2 on that change. We're in Haiku now. This might be an excuse to switch to Opus. Investigating why the row height CSS change did not work. Now it's just going to say height. Okay, let's get this going. Let's reload. Yikes! Okay, I went from a little bit too small to a little bit too big. It's nice and square though. All right. Let's review, or let's reduce. Oh, that's a lot. Reduce the calendar row height by 50%. All right. See how amazing this is when it does start to work? There we go. This is perfect. We're going to call this a win. This is our application. This is actually really nice. Let me just make sure that these links down at the bottom work. Privacy policy works. Terms of service works. Help does not work. In the footer, let's just remove the help. In the footer, all right, so in the footer, please remove the help link. We're going to say yes. All right, I think we have a working application. So this is the most basic template you're going to get. It's not a multi-user system. It is a SaaS-based task manager. Looks pretty good, operates pretty good. It seems to be pretty fast. In another video, I will deploy it to a server just to see how that looks. But in the meantime, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some more functionality to it after we package it up, turn it into a template, and then from then on we will working on it as a template. So this was a good cycle. We got this exactly where we want it to be.